Hi, I'm Coach Corey Wayne, and this is my video coaching newsletter. And the topic of today's newsletter is going to be how to attract and keep an easy and effortless relationship. Well, I got a success story here that's like 8 years in the making. This particular viewer found my work all the way back in 2017 after his wife of 10 years cheated on him. So I often say that there's no shortcuts to success, and it's not easy. Great things take time. They always take longer than you expect, especially you guys expect your life to completely turn around in a matter of days or weeks. It's just not like that. Success is long in coming, and this particular guy, it's about 8 years from the time, so you can imagine going through the divorce, fighting things back and forth. If you got kids, there's custody involved. Might take you a year or two just to get out of the divorce. And when you're finally done, you're licking your wounds for a while and you just want to relax, have a sense of peace, kind of get back to living and obviously learning. And it's just going to take time. You got to be patient with yourself. Everybody's journey is different, especially those of us that are entrepreneurs. As Elon Musk so appropriately said, being an entrepreneur is like eating glass and staring into the abyss of death, because you never know if it's going to work out. Most of the time, anything in life, it looks like it's just never going to happen for you. It's never, like things are never going to turn around, and that's the way life is, and you just got to keep grinding and moving forward, no matter how difficult it seems to be, no matter how hopeless it seems to be. Because time's going to pass no matter what. You might as well be spending your time chiseling away the excess of the things that don't matter in order to get from where you are to where you want to be. So you got to be patient with yourself, because your journey is different from mine. Mine's different from yours. And obviously this particular emailer. But after lots of dating, getting obviously familiar with the work, my book. And what's really cool is his new girlfriend, she also reads the book. They watch the videos together. And then when I'm going through a scenario like this, they're trying to spot where the person went wrong to see if they're in agreement with what I'm saying, that's why I do these, is basically teaching people how to apply what's in the book to these specific real world situations. So today we're going to do a nice little success story, because it's not an easy journey. Reaching your full potential is not easy. That's why most people just never go for it. The average person tends to major in minor things. And because it's a sane person would give up when you've been spending years at something that's just not turning around for you. But at the end of the day, your life it's zipping by. The time is going to pass, so you might as well focus on spending your time trying to be productive towards making the things that you want happen. So he says, "Hi, Corey, I've been following you since my wife of 10 years cheated on me in 2017. Like you said in your book and in your teachings, 99% of people don't start taking your work serious or want to make a change in their life until they're experiencing pain. After my divorce, I sought answers and came across your work. I immersed myself into your work. I read your book over 15 times and listen to thousands and thousands of hours of your podcasts." Well, what's the saying? It usually takes about 10,000 hours to master something. Anything in life, you got to spend about 10,000 hours at it, which is a lot of hours. But if you're serious and you're a high achiever, you'll put in the time and the work. And if you're a low achiever, you'll complain, you'll bitch about modern women or whatever it happens to be, to absolve yourself from any personal responsibility for your own life and your own success, or your own failures for that matter. Because at the end of the day, if you had a bad experience with a woman, well, you invited her into your life. If you got involved with somebody in business and they screwed you over, well, you made that decision. You got involved with them. I wrote about lots of my screw-ups in business and mastering yourself. And the idea is that you want to learn from your mistakes so you don't keep repeating them. I am subscribed to your Spotify podcast, and I have to say, after countless dates, rejections, falling under the illusion of action, being friend-zoned, one heartbreak from not making my girlfriend feel heard and understood, I learned something new from each experience and continued to grow. I've officially been exclusive for 4 months with what I would consider a 3% woman thus far. She is family-oriented, easygoing, easy to get along with, loves her mom and dad. That solves like 99% of the problems right there. I'm going to read that sentence again. She is family-oriented, easygoing, easy to get along with, loves her mom and dad. Girls that don't have a good relationship with their parents, especially girls that hate their fathers. I mean, when I go through emails and the guy's having a hell of a time, he may be applying what's in the book properly, but he's trying to use the book to fix a broken woman from a broken home. And as I say, the book works on normal women, normal, healthy women that were raised properly. It brings out the best in the best and the worst really fast. She's very active. She's a big corporate hotshot and makes 3 times the amount of money that I make. The only way you're going to be able to date a high-achieving, high-income, high-net-worth woman is you got to have your shit together. A lot of guys don't, and they get very intimidated by that, and they just totally screw it up. And then they blame the woman. They say, it's modern women. I mean, obviously, you want a woman that's feminine, that's submissive, that can take the armor off of masculinity that she uses to compete, especially if, I thought he said she was a attorney, but I guess she works in the corporate world. And so oftentimes you'll see women that work in the corporate world and they're just so masculine, too much boss girl energy. And most guys are just, we don't want that. So if a woman's raised right by her father and her mother, she can come home and be feminine, submissive, and girly with you and set aside the boss girl energy. But you got to have your shit together. You got to be in your masculine core. Because if you act like a bitch, women will treat you like a bitch. Especially a high IQ, high income, high net worth woman that comes from a good family. She's not going to want an average, mediocre dude. She's going to want a guy. It's not going to matter about how much you make. It's your mentality, how you carry yourself, how you act, how you show up. She repeatedly tells me how feminine she feels around me, and it's all thanks to your work. So in other words, he provides enough masculinity that she feels safe enough to relax and let him lead, even though during the day, she's the one doing the leading. I make her feel heard and understood when she vents to me about some concerns of hers. She initiates 90% of the texts. I send her a nice text once a week or surprise her with something to show her that I care. Girls with a healthy self-esteem are going to be happy and grateful for that. Girls with a low self-esteem, they got mommy and daddy issues that came from a broken home, are going to go fucking berserk over that and get really upset. Again, easygoing, easy to get along with, and most importantly, she's got to be nice to you. It's still early in the relationship, but as of right now, she's everything I could ask for. The best part about her is that I introduce her to your work, and she loves it. We listen to your podcast together and pinpoint certain things you talk about and use it as an opportunity to grow together. Well, the family that grows together stays together. She follows you on Instagram now and has one of your come on man coffee mugs. I will continue to court her, make her feel heard and understood, and make her feel special, but at the same time, watch her behavior and see how she is as things start progressing. In other words, he's saying he's going to pay attention to her actions. Like you teach, some women can be amazing when they're happy, but when you start slipping up, their true integrity and character reveals itself. This email is a simple success story, and thank you for all that you do. I will continue to watch, learn, implement your work, and not become complacent. Attached is a picture of us. He sent a nice, sweet picture of the two of them together. So they look pretty happy, but obviously it's early. So what happens after 2 or 3 years down the road? So hopefully you'll send us an email down the road. Let us know how things are going, because I'm sure the audience would love to see that as well. Maybe 6 months, a year. Maybe you guys get married or whatever. You pop out a few kids, whatever happens to be. Send us an email. Let us know how things are going in the future. So if you got a question or challenge and you'd like to get my help, go to understandingrelationships.com, click the coaching tab at the top of your screen on any page of my website. And if you haven't already signed up for our exclusive premium members-only content in the video description of this video, there are links to join on YouTube, or you can join on Spotify or our website, understandingrelationships.com. And when you get to our website, click the Plans tab. You can do a 7-day free trial to check out all the great extensive library of content that's exclusive members only that you'll get access to as a paying premium member. And if you choose an annual plan, you can get a 25% discount at the end of the 7-day free trial. So go to understandingrelationships.com right now, click the Plans tab, sign up for a free trial. And until next time, I will talk to you soon.